What is up, guys, and welcome to Shark Week on Adventure Archaeology.
Shark Week!
That's right. Got Matt from Gone Diggin. He's going to be my specialist today. Sadly, Cliff wasn't able to make it. He's our guy that showed us this spot, but he's gave us permission to go out and dig it. So big shout out to Cliff. Thanks for showing it to us. We're excited to see what we can find today. There's things out here such as Mosasaurus fin bones. There's just a little bit of everything. Tychodus, which is a shell crusher shark. There's a lot of really cool stuff in here. What's even neater is this stuff is older than Megalodon. So we're gonna be finding fossils that are super old. A lot of people love finding this stuff, and I can't wait to show y'all what we pull out of the ground.
First basket.
Oh, he's already got one.
Boom.
Right there.
Right there.
Heck yeah, man. What do you think? Extinct tiger shark? Oh, look, there's another one right there.
Yep.
Oh, that's one right there, isn't it? Look at that base.
Oh, that's a good one. So we're on it already.
That's insane, isn't it? Not sure if this is a good one, but it looks good.
You gotta be joking me.
That's old, but it ain't quite old enough. I thought we just found like a straight side Coke or something. I was about to say.
Jammed in a rock.
Can't take me nowhere.
Nope, not looking for fossils. All kinds of little teeth stuck right here in this bank.
What do you see that was the monster? Where's it at?
Do you see it?
Oh, yeah. Dang.
One. How many else you got?
Let's see that one.
One.
That's a big boy.
There's two. Three.
We hadn't even put the shovel in the ground right here.
Four.
This is our hot spot. I just have a feeling we're gonna find something good right here.
What else do we see?
That's just on the surface.
Six. Oh, there's one stuck down there. Seven. There's, we used to call these shell cracker. That's a shell cracker tooth.
Hmm.
Really large.
That basket. My first true basket. I believe that may be an extinct tiger shark. I'm not an expert by any means, but that's a beautiful tooth. Go here and show it to Matt. I don't know if he's pulled one of these like this one yet.
What you got?
You see that one?
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
It's a killer little tooth.
Yeah, that was one Brandon just found. That's awesome, dude. I love those. Like, those cusps are phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a good one for sure. What the crap is that, man?
So I don't think it's gold. I'll tell you what, you want to know?
Yeah, see if it lights up with a pinpointer.
No.
Oh.
It's,
what is that?
that is a calcite crystal, I think. I think this is what Wild Colin Paleo Chris find. And I think that's actually like crystallized pyrite maybe? But that's an agate, so it's probably, I don't know, but that's a super cool fossil.
That's cool, isn't it?
I don't know, I got no clue really, but I know it's some sort of crystal.
That looks just like gold though. Like when I first flipped it out, all I saw was that gold. I was like, oh my God, it's like gold.
That's super neat, man.
That's cool, man.
That's a neat fossil for the case.
No doubt. There's a couple different types right there. You see how that one's a little bit jagged. That's just the root of the tooth right there. Pretty neat find. We found a pretty good little gravel layer off of this bank. Where stuff's...
There's in one of your...
Oh, you got one too. And there's a tooth right there. I don't know what that is, but it's cool.
Yeah, it's on both sides. It's so that stuff in the center is an agate. So maybe it's a fossilized shell.
Still cool as everything. But we're doing pretty good though. We've been here all of about 15 minutes. And this is all the stuff so far. I mean, it doesn't take long and you've got 100 teeth. The main thing that we're fighting today though is the weather. We're trying to make it in and out of here in a timely fashion, find a good amount of really cool stuff and not get struck by lightning, which seems to be the motto of this entire trip. So we'll see what happens.
Dude, that's nice.
That's a pretty little tooth. Got, instead of being so black, it's got a more of a brown root to it.
A little bit of reddish to it. Nice.
Huh. All right, so I'm gonna show you all my favorite two teeth so far. Those are my two favorites. That one right there, the camera's not gonna do a good job of showing you the serrated edges That is a beautiful tooth. That's my second favorite so far. There's a lot of big broken pieces in here. That'd have been a big tooth. That'd have been a couple inches at least, 2.5 inches. But the bigger they are, the more likely they are to break. It's okay though. Keep going, see what else we can find. This basket turned out pretty good. That's a good sized tooth right there. That one's a little bit smaller. That one's missing the tip. And there's another one of those. All right on the top. There's one that's on top. It's broken as well. Just shows you how many are actually in here. There's one just rolled out. Lots and lots of glass in here too though. So you gotta be pretty careful while you're prowling around. To tell you the truth, I probably should have some gloves, but I don't. Ooh, there's another one. Ooh, that's a nice one too. This is one of the better little bitty baskets that I've got. You see the small teeth and you think, you know, that's not very impressive. But you gotta think, kind of like bottles. If you think about bottles, that's something petrified right there. I thought it was a pine cone, but it's not. But anyways, if you think about bottles, if somebody said, hey, I've got the world's biggest bottle, or I've got the world's oldest bottle, which one would you rather have? You'd probably rather have the world's oldest. So these do not have the size of a Megalodon tooth, which is quite impressive, some being 6 and 7 inches in size, but these are older. Don't get me wrong, I'd rather go find a huge Megalodon tooth today and dive for it and find one, but if I find 1,000 of these today, I'm super excited about that too. So, you know, everything's got its value. I'm gonna have to do some research on that piece right there though. I don't know what that is. These baskets right here are slowing down. I'm gonna have to move spots. I've been just kind of sitting here pulling baskets for a few minutes without moving, and it works pretty well. I mean, not even have to put the shovel in the ground, which is nice. Ooh, look at that one. Caught that one live. That's a pretty tooth right there, guys. Check that beauty out right there. That is a beautiful tooth. This little piece you see right here, more than likely is a fin bone from a shark. But I found one last time that was a little bit bigger than this. It could have been a Mosasaurus fin bone. If you don't know what a Mosasaurus is, Mosasaurus is a genus of mosasaur. It existed during the age of the late Cretaceous period, between about 60 and 80 million years ago. The name means Muse lizard, as the first specimen was found near the Muse River. Mosasaurus was among the last of the mosarids, and among the largest. The legs and feet of the Mosasaurus were modified into flippers, and the front flippers were larger than the hind flippers. The largest known species, Mosasaurus hoffmanni, reached lengths up to 60 feet, slightly longer than its relatives Tylosaurus and Haniosaurus. Mosasaurus was also more robust than related mosarids. The skull was more robust than any other mosarids, and the lower jaws attached very tightly to the skull. They had deep barrel-shaped bodies, and with their fairly large eyes, poor binocular vision, and poorly developed olfactory bulbs, experts believe that Mosasaurus lived near the ocean's surface. There they would have preyed on fish, turtles, ammonites, and smaller mosarids, and plesiosaurians. Although they were able to dive, they evidently did not venture into deeper water. The jaws were armed with massive conical teeth, like the one that I found. Their paddle-like limbs had 5 digits in front and 4 in the back. The body ended in a strong tail, which other mosarid fossils suggest had a fluke similar to those of sharks. To think we can find fossils from this animal in Alabama is quite amazing. Huge dinosaur, so pretty cool. You never know what you're going to find in these creeks, that's for sure. And who would have thought, right here in the middle of central Alabama, in the middle of farm country, that stuff like this would be coming out. So one of the struggles of this is keeping the leaves out. The leaves will fool you every time.
Yeah, you gotta work these baskets, so you gotta kind of plunge them down and then let the leaves kind of come over the top of the lip. Generally all the teeth will be in the bottom, so you won't have to worry about losing any. See if we did any. It's not looking promising on this one. There's probably 1 or 2.
It's a different kind of gravel on this side that we're on right now.
It's a much lighter. It's mostly, this is what we're seeing here is that's all ancient seafloor. And then, so
Oh,
there.
dang, that's a nice one, dude.
Yeah, that was probably the one I've been looking for all day. I mean, it doesn't look like it's giant tooth, but man, that thing is super early. And these cusps are separated, so that's how you know they're way early. When you get into like Angus Didens and stuff, the cusp will come right off the base of the tooth.
I finally got one. It's, you know, it only took, you know, digging in the rain for 30 minutes. That's a Tychodus tooth, so that's a shell crusher shark. And that's pretty freaking cool. That's a tougher one to get than a lot of the ones we've been finding today. So that's a great find. I just heard thunder in the background. I'm waiting on Matt. I don't know what he's doing back there. I'm gonna have to go look for him, I think. Because I think we're about to have to get out of here. I really don't want to get struck by lightning. Look at that, guys. The sun's back out. We swam out of the creek. We made it, didn't we?
We did make it. We swam out, and now we're baking dry.
Yeah, it's brutal here in Alabama. So I wanted to show y'all, though, before we move on out of this video, what all we found. Show you some of the more interesting stuff real quick. Right as the day was ending, I did pull out a Tychodus tooth right here, which is a shell crusher shark, which is pretty cool. I found this right here, and at first I was like, oh, that's a pine cone. So this petrified pine cone was not a petrified pine cone. It was a conical tooth, which is a tooth that is shaped like a cone. Now, Matt sent a picture to one of his buddies. What was his name?
His name's Mike. He is on East Coast Fossil Forum, and he is really in depth in this stuff.
So big shout out to Mike. Thanks for the identification. He has narrowed it down to two things. Guess what? This could be a Mosasaurus tooth or a giant croc. Now, what we're talking about is in the Cretaceous period, rather. So this is in dinosaur times. So the Mosasaurus is a really aggressive looking dinosaur, which is super cool. If it's a tooth from that, it's amazing. If it's a tooth from the giant croc, guess what? That's amazing too, because that croc was so big it would take down a dinosaur. So it's super amazing. Great find, and it was probably the best find of the day. All right, back to the video. And me and Matt have looked at it, and that may be a tooth. I'm not for sure. I've got a text out to Wild Kyle with a picture of that in it. Hopefully he'll be able to help me. Tons of these other teeth that are extinct sharks, like makos and tiger sharks and all that kind of fun stuff, but a couple of my favorites. I love this one right here. That's a beautiful tooth. I had to change cameras where y'all could see a little bit better. My GoPro wasn't doing a fantastic job. I told y'all earlier about the way that this tooth is curved and how it's so serrated. I mean, that's a beautiful tooth. But anyways, we did a really well for the short amount of time that we have with the weather. This thing really psyched me out. I really thought that I had gold. I still don't know what that is. There again, I've sent out. If you do know what this is, though, drop the comment below, because I don't have a clue. It's heavy. It's neat. Who knows? So this was my pile over here. Let's take a look at Matt's. He did pretty well, too. He got 2 pieces of this stuff as well. Mine just looked extra gold. I don't know why.
Yeah, mine.
That one looks more gold than that one. I don't know, man. Oh, you got a piece of a worm tube.
Yep, worm tube in there.
I didn't see that. I didn't find any of that. That's a good sized tooth right there. And that one is too.
Some of these double cuss ones are just heartbreakers to me.
But yeah.
But that's okay. It was fun.
I don't know. Oh, that's a pretty one right there too. I mean, all in all, we probably, between the two of us, found probably 500 shark teeth today. I mean, we cleaned up. It was a good day. We hope that y'all enjoyed our adventure. If you did, be sure that you're subscribed to Matt at Gone Diggin so that you can catch his adventures, and be sure, if you're not subscribed to my channel, to do it as well. We'll catch you guys in next week's adventure.